it like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist, twist it like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist, twist it like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist, twist it like it's stir fry. I'll take a whip it, intermission, let the birds fly.
Yeah. What up, y'all? We back here to Beat 139. My
Beat 139.
Don Vito. And we have a special guest host today, Sexy Auntie. And we're here live with Webstar, DJ Webstar.
What's up, Web?
Yeah.
Web in the building.
About time you got me up here, man.
Absolutely.
Been waiting to come up here.
What's going on, Web?
Got a lot of things to talk to you
What's
about.
good
man.
with you, man? What's happening with you lately, man?
I mean, everything is good, man. I just want to commend y'all because this is dope. Y'all give people, especially from our town Harlem, a dope platform to talk about what they doing. Y'all creating opportunities for people. That's really, really good. Appreciate that, though.
Yeah, that's what we trying to do. Support and also mostly like people that's striving for success.
Yes.
And just, give a platform where people can come out here and talk about what they doing and positive stuff. And
One thing I love about the show is that, like, it's real. Y'all talk about any kind of topic and y'all speak from the heart. And it's positive. There's no negativity here. So that's, anytime you put, negative never wins. So this is a dope platform. Never. All right, now we can get to the interview. Forget all the positive.
There you go. Let's go. Let's go.
First, I want to get to
why they call you Webstar?
Good.
Oh, nah, because I used to look like the actor Emmanuel Lewis when I was a kid, Webster.
Right.
And they just started calling me Webstar when I was DJing. It just stayed with me since then.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people ain't know that.
No.
Now y'all know why they call him Webstar.
Yeah.
Webster,
right.
Emmanuel Lewis, if y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
The young bucks out there.
Yeah.
But when did you start it? When did your career actually started?
It was a guy named, I started out, I was hustling. I'm from a block called St. Nicholas Terrace, so it was, it's like a drug block. So I started hustling at a young age. My mom caught me, and she kind of locked me down after that. So she bought me some turntables. She said, "What I want to do?" She bought me some turntables. So I started messing around with the turntables in the house, and then I started doing like my high school parties, and then it just went from there. I started doing parties for the kids around like Minnesink, Skate Key, Cherry Lounge, Kennedy Center, and then it just went from there.
Wow, yeah, that's a good look. So after you did that, then you transferred into doing production.
Well, what happened was I started giving away stuff at my parties. Like, it's a guy from my block named DJ SNS. He's one of the reasons I started DJing. And my boy D Boss, he's here. He actually helped SNS get a start. They used to do stuff like give away 5411s at their parties and whatever the hottest item was, they used to give it away. So I took from their formula. I just did it my way. When I was growing up, kids like Pradas and they like Montclair. Mermark coats and Gucci shoes and Von Dutch hats and Evisu jeans. Right. So I was just buying that stuff and giving them away at the parties. After a while, I was getting 2,000-3,000 kids coming to see me at night, paying $20 a wop to get in. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I started creating music just for my parties. I wasn't trying to get a record deal. So all the young kids that wanted to do music, they used to always come to me at the parties. So the girl, young B, Bianca, she came to me with this other kid. It was actually my partner at the time, Art. It was his nephew. We did a couple of records. They started going crazy. Next thing I know, I got Diddy and Chris Lighty and Jimmy Iovine coming to my block looking for me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trying to give me a record deal for this song I did called Chicken Noodle Soup.
Right.
So this was like in 2006.
Yeah, it's a hot record, man.
So, I was playing basketball. They was waiting for me at Rucker Park and on my block. I didn't understand, I didn't even know how important these people was at the time. Well, I knew who Diddy was, but anyway, ended up getting a record deal. I didn't really know much about music. I just knew how to DJ.
Right.
And this one guy, his name is Monty Littman. He's the president of the Universal. He's the guy that gave Drake and all of their money. He sat me in his office. He said, "What I got to do to sign you?" Because at the time, every record label wanted to sign me. I was just joking around. I joke a lot. I was like, "I want $1 million." He's like, "I call your lawyer." And they ended up giving me a check for my deal was worth like $1 million, but they gave me a check for like $425,000 up front.
Right.
And I ran through that motherfucker faster than you could fucking spell for it. I come from nothing. Like money don't come with instructions. They don't come with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So and I ain't have necessarily the right people around me with money. I'm not saying I had bad people around me, but the people I was with was older than me, but they never had money either. So they ain't know what to do with the money either. I'm doing stuff like I bought my mom's a crib, but besides that, I ain't do nothing but go to strip clubs and go shopping and buy jewelry and cars, the regular nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Harlem stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Because I used to work in the music industry too. I used to work for MCA.
Oh, cool.
Do you think, being who you are now, do you feel it is instrumental for a young person to actually have an entertainment lawyer?
Absolutely. Like,
okay, because a lot of them don't.
Yeah, so. No, I mean, it's like people are not meant to read contracts. Lawyers are meant to read contracts. So you get people that think they smarter than lawyers, and no, you're not smart because the whole contract could be good, and it could be one line in a 60th page that negates the whole contract. That's why you pay lawyers. So don't hire a criminal lawyer to be an entertainment lawyer. Don't hire an entertainment lawyer to be a criminal lawyer. People specialize in these businesses for a reason. So you need an entertainment lawyer. Like people go to their uncles and their aunts and my uncle's a lawyer. He read over the contract, and then when you get in these fucked up deals, you blaming. You ain't got nobody to blame but yourself.
So true.
If you're gonna be serious about your career, take the time and invest into your career because it's gonna pay off in the long run.
Because I wanted you to say that because a lot of times people, when you get a lump sum of money, you'll go buy, expensive car, and you mess the money up. So you really need to have your entertainment lawyer on deck because, again, like you said, a messed up contract and you're tied in.
Well, if you're smart and then you demand, like let's say for instance, let's say you have a hit record right now and a record label wants to sign you, right? The ball's in your court. If you're smart, a part of your negotiations is for them to pay your lawyer fees. That's just how you do it. That's how you just cut that out. Okay, listen, y'all want to do this deal with me? Y'all got to pay my lawyer fees. So no matter how long the deal takes, they paying your lawyer fees anyway. So you can just hire an entertainment lawyer. A lot of people is cheap. Me, I did the same thing. You need an entertainment lawyer. You need a business manager. You need somebody to manage your money. I went and sat down with this business manager. He's like, yo, I only want like 4% of whatever you make for the year and da-da-da, but he protects you from doing it. I'm like, I don't need nobody to do my, to be no business manager for me. And then I ended up paying so much money back with taxes after I didn't do the right thing. I could have just gave that man 4% instead of me giving up 50% of my money anyway.
Exactly.
So, just coming from where we come from, a lot of time we don't got a lot, because a lot of people don't make it where we come from. More people don't make it than make it.
Right.
So we don't have a lot of time you don't have the blessing of having people who have made it on a high level come from where we come from. So you don't have to guide it. Now it's changing because it's an independent game now. So now it's just the internet and social media came. The person with the smallest voice can have the biggest voice. It's not about just being the biggest star in the world. You don't have to be a big star in the world to go on tour and make money and sell merch because you got because you're connected with your fans directly via social media and the internet.
Yeah, but even with that, you still have to have entertainment lawyers.
Yeah, you do. No, you do. You do.
Like with the contracts, because like you said, they're real technical.
Yes,
and you got to get an entertainment lawyer for you can't get anybody just to do a record deal for you.
It's not personal. It's their job to try to get the best deal from you. So it's like if a nigga come to the hood from fucking Albany and he asks you, he want a nickel bag of weed, you gonna sell it to him for $40 because he don't know what it costs. So it's just like, why wouldn't the record label see I don't got a real lawyer, and why wouldn't he try to get the best out of me?
Yeah, exactly.
He's not my friend. He's supposed to negotiate in his behalf. It's all business.
It's all business, man.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times also the entertainment lawyers do actually shop your deals for you. So a lot of times you can have, he could work in two folds.
100%.
Because he's trying to eat too, though.
Exactly.
But another good thing about having an entertainment lawyer is everything's based on relationships. So let's say you're my lawyer and you're her lawyer too. So she has a record deal, I don't have a record deal. If you doing business already with her with, like, let's say Def Jam, you can negotiate my deal better for me. Like, listen, you already know I got her. I got Auntie already. Yeah. So listen, just give Web this deal. We're gonna take a little less money, but now you get me a deal just on the strength of your relationship with her. So all you might be represent. I might not know her. She might be a hot artist. I might be an up and coming artist. But if you represent both of us, you can give me a feature from her. She might do a record for me now because we got the same lawyer, and now we have that relationship. Right. So everything works in your behalf when you have good representation. You just gotta, a lot of these lawyers is snakes, but you gotta have an entertainment lawyer.
But you can weed them out. I mean, because I write shows now. I write TV shows. Yes. So my entertainment lawyer, he actually does TV shows. Yeah. So you have to give him who have a forte. Yeah. You have Bob Celestine, who actually he does music. I went to retain him. He's like, no, I do music. Yeah. Music is hot again. I didn't think it wasn't hot, but that's what he does. So it's best to get somebody who that's their forte.
Absolutely.
And you got to have management too, though. You got to have management because I work with several artists and when you got an artist and you with a label, like you said, a lot of people going independent. Yeah. But when you working with a label, they want that artist just to be in the studio making records, writing songs. They don't want to. You got artists who try to say they don't need a manager. Yeah. I just I could do my own thing as management too. And if you go to a label, the label get turned off. They won't even sign you because it's come back when you get a manager.
Well, I believe if you're a new up and coming artist, you definitely need management.
Yeah.
Like somebody like Jay-Z or Diddy or Kanye West, they don't need managers because they manage themselves. But if you're an up and coming artist, you need somebody to help you keep your shit balanced. You can't do everything on your own. You can't be a creative and try to handle all the business stuff.
Right.
You can't do that. It's just it doesn't make sense.
Right. So you got to be a seasoned person.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not gonna have a manager, you gotta have been in the game for a while. You have to have lost money, made money, and understand what's really going on.
Yeah. Real quick, what you said about you were just playing around and then y'all came up with the deal. How that record came about, the chicken noodle soup? How it came about? You said you just playing around.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm in one of my parties one day, so Harlem people are real creative. They just do all kinds of we make up stuff all the time. So these kids from St. Nick Projects actually they started just doing a dance called chicken noodle soup, and they was just doing a dance. So Bianca came to me. I'm like, yo, you need to make a song for the dance they doing, and we gonna just play it at the parties. So these kids from St. Nick, it was a crew called FSU back in the days. They started the dance, and I just Bianca did the record. I took in the studio. I put the kid from Kingdom, AG. He was not announcer. Yeah. So the reason I put him on it because I was trying to market. See, my thing is market. I know how to market. So at the time, Kingdom was the hottest tournament. So you had you had Dame Dash and Jay-Z and all the rappers going out there. It was 4,000 or 5,000 people in the middle of the project at a basketball game. Yeah. So why wouldn't I put the announcer on the record that they're going to play on the biggest platform? So now they playing the record every 5 minutes. Now the whole Harlem knows the record, and then the shit just spread from there. It went from there to schools, to YouTube, to the radio. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was just marketing. It was just strategy.
Yeah, that was smart right
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah, that was smart to do that. That make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So that's like the summertime, basically.
It was. Well, I was planning for the summer when I did the record because I did a record called Tone Wop before that, and it went viral. But Timberland had the beat for the record I did, so I could never get it cleared. I could never do nothing with it. Right. So I said, we're gonna do this. I did it around Christmas time. I never forget. And I said, we're gonna put them on it. And if we work if we start about Christmas, give us 3-4 months when it start getting warm, it's gonna be hot. By the summertime, it's gonna be crazy. And when the summertime came, they played that record. Everybody knew it. They was just dancing every time out, and then it just went from there.
So was she a rapper, or that you just saw something in her you like, all right, this start rapping?
She was a rapper. She wasn't seasoned at the time, but she was a rapper. She was doing music. So me, like I said, I had never actually been in the studio and orchestrated music, but I'm a DJ. I know music. I know how to blend and mix. I know what the people want to hear. So I pretty much was able to go in there and direct her how she should do her verses and what he should do and different things like that. But she got good over time. She's super talented. She got better over time.
Yeah. What's up? We need to get some callers in here and talk to Webstar.
Yeah, 646-624-4264. I'm gonna dancing on me. That's my joint. I just started DJing myself.
All right, go. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So that's
Free
my
promotion,
joint. I put it on. And so
it's actually a crazy story behind that. I never really told before behind that record. It's so crazy. So when we did that record, all right, cool. Me and Bianca had a big fallout after. So like you were saying, sometimes in business when you don't know the business, sometimes you don't know how to, you don't know the protocol. So when things is good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we got our deal so fast, we didn't appreciate it. So when we started, when things started slowing down on the record and the label started backing up, she wanted to, do certain things. I wanted to do certain things, and we had a fallout. She went her way, I went my way. So when I went my way, I'm a hustler. Like I said, I used to be on 125th Street getting out flyers and shit like that and for my party. So I put another record out. I went to all the clubs every night. It was dancing with me, and I just got it worked up every night. Niggas start playing in the club. They start playing on the radio. I get 2 phone calls. First, Yandy called me. She's like, yo, Jim and Jewels wants to talk to you about getting on your record, da-da-da. I didn't want to fuck with them because they had just did a record with Ron Browse called Pop Champagne. And I just didn't, from the outside looking in, it just didn't look like, what I'm saying? Anyway, Akon, this kid named Rec Cafe called me. He was signing Akon at the time. And Akon came on the phone and was like, yo, I want to make you the next T-Pain and I want to do this. He actually called me while I was in the car on the way to go talk to Jim. And when I get to the studio, I get to the studio. My whole perspective changed because when I get there, it's Jim Jones and it's Dame Dash, and it's a bunch of like Jewish guys and agents in there talking and laughing and smoking cigars. And Dame Dash gave me a different perspective than Jim did because he did so much with Rockefeller. I grew up on it. It was like I'm a fan. Like, oh shit. So Dame in there talking to me. I'm like, yo, Akon just called me. Da da da. So Dame is a funny nigga. He a Harlem nigga. He start dissing on me like, you want to sound with Akon? You want to be a convict? You want to wear convict jeans? So we start snapping on each other and shit like that. And then he gave me a real talk. He said, yo, listen, man, you got a chance to do this project independently and make money. He said, they gave you that big advance the first time when you had a deal, but you probably ain't getting no checks after that, right? Because you spent all the millions of records. Because I sold a million singles on that record and a million iTunes, and I never got a check from it.
Chick Noodle Soup.
Yeah, because they gave me so much money in advance, and they paid so much money for my videos, my marketing contingency fund, and then it cost me $150,000 to record an album. Then I had to pay for the beats and stuff like that. So I spent damn near $1 million on the shit. Yeah. And so when I get the money back, I didn't make the money. You know what I'm saying? They gave me like 18% of everything I sold, so I never really got no checks from it. I got publishing checks from it. So he was like, "You got an opportunity now to do it independently." Jim owes Koch one more album. Y'all should just do a duet album. Y'all do an album together, and y'all can split the money, but it'd be independent money. So I ended up doing a deal with Jim. I told Jim, like, they gave us $150,000 up front. It wasn't a lot of money, but I kept my 75 to split with my partner, and I told Jim just pay for the production costs and whatever we got to do. So we put the record out. Shit went good. We sold like 500,000 copies. I ended up making some good money, but I got caught up in the mixing center. So here's the crazy story. So when so Dame Dash facilitated the deal for Ron Browse when he did Pop Champagne. Then he facilitated my deal with Koch when we did Dancing on Me. So right after that, Jay-Z made this record called DOA, Death for Auto Tune. So I mean, if you on the inside in, like why he made the record. Like him and Dame was going through this shit. Like Jay-Z is he's like a mastermind. He's like yes. And he's one of the best. Before I tell the story, I want to say he's one of the best that ever do it, and I'm like one of his biggest fans. So with that being said, let me tell you what happened. So Dame was in the studio talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga 40 still rapping. I don't want to hear that. So we sitting there. So boom. So now I'm in VA. I'm on the road. I'm getting mad phone calls like, yo, Flex is on the radio going crazy on you. So Flex and Mr. C is on the radio like dropping bombs on the DOA record like, Webstar, Ron Browse, you're finished out here. Auto-Tune is dead. You're finished out here. You're finished.
Flex is a fun.
We don't want to hear you no more. So now I go on Twitter. Twitter was, real popular. Yeah. So, I'm in my feeling this shit. So I'm like, y'all hear this old ass 40-year-old nigga hating on a young nigga. I said a 40-year-old billionaire can never relate to a 16 and 17-year-old kid in the projects. It's music for everybody. Then I started breaking shit down. Like, you had Rakim, you had Big Daddy Kane, but you also had, Digital Underground and Biz Markie and Dougie Fresh. Like, everybody makes music for everybody. Like, you don't want your kids listening to you can smoke if you want to smoke, kill if you want to kill. You want your kids to listen to shit that they can relate to. So let me live. Right. Shit went crazy. Everybody started killing me on Twitter and shit like that. So this is the funny part. Summer Jam, Jay-Z put the record out 2 weeks before Summer Jam. By the time, when Jay-Z put a record out, they play the shit a million times on the radio. The record after 2 days is out. So we made we was gonna do a funeral at Summer Jam. This is crazy. So it was me, Jewels, Jim, Soulja Boy at the time. He had a record called Hop Up On My Bed. That was Auto-Tune too. Browse had Pop Champagne. So we was gonna get Rev Run, right, to do a eulogy, right? We always gonna wear tuxedos, right? And he was gonna bring the casket out. He was gonna do the eulogy. He was gonna bury Auto-Tune. We always gonna do our record. Soulja Boy was gonna hop out the casket. We was gonna go crazy at Summer Jam, right? So we backstage. Niggas got tuxedos and shit on. Niggas just backstage. So all thing we hear the crowd go crazy. So at the time, this guy named Fish was managing me and shit like that. I'm like, Fish, go see what's going on, man. So Fish went out to the stage and shit, whatever. And he came back, put me to the side and said, Webb, take the fucking tuxedo off right now. I'm like, what happened? He like, Jay-Z's on stage filming the record and they singing it word for word. So then we put it on TV and he's standing it's like 50,000 people singing, hey, 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 goodbye. Like the record. Yeah. So now it's like, niggas take off their tuxedos and shit, start putting their regular shit back on. Yeah, we went out, did our regular show, man. So Puff called me like that next night and was like, see, that's your problem. Because I got a good relation with him. I ain't getting into the story how we met, but I got a really good relation. He's like my mentor. He like took me in, and he called me and was like, start saying some shit I ain't understand. He was just talking like, I'll fly a helicopter over your house, man, because you broke. You ain't even got a house. Like, you want to jump in the pool or you want to swim with the sharks? You ain't ready to swim with the sharks. You need to he said, just put your feet in the pool. Like, he started talking crazy shit, but he was just trying to tell me, like, you should never say nothing to somebody of that caliber because you're not on that fucking level. Stay in your lane, be humble, and let the big dogs fuck with the big dogs. Don't get caught up in Jay and Dame. I mean, with you know, between Jim and Dame and they shit. And you know, I'm happy I have a mentor like him because he helped me get through a lot of that shit. But after that shit, after I made them comments, like a lot of DJs stopped fucking with me, like a lot of the radio DJs, and over time I built my relationships back up, so I'm able to still put out music and do different things. But it's a lot of things that go on in the industry that you don't know and people don't say, but like a lot of people have power behind the scenes. Like they have a lot of fucking power.
Blacklist is crazy.
They
will blacklist you. Yes,
absolutely, in a heartbeat. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
I think that happened with 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Ja Rule been like real like in the cloud ever since.
But you know what? You know, a lot of that is people like they pick sides. It's like, like even when Drake and Meek Mill went it, everybody was going against Meek. But when Meek started going through his jail shit, and they start getting back with him because they want the underdog to win. But people just pick sides. Like anytime you have a battle in hip hop, most of the time whoever loses the battle, they be like over here, like like when Cannabis came out, this LL smashed him and he just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not like back in the days when like Roxanne Shantae was battling Kumo D at Harlem World, where it wasn't. I mean, it was just certain people there. And you got to, but now it's like people pick sides. You have the social media, so they start doing memes and they start making you look crazy. Yeah, I think 50 Cent was the first person to really have that effect like that, like just like on Ja Rule, because he was talking about him so bad and calling him. And you see what Ja Rule messed up at. Ja Rule was Drake before Drake was Drake. Ja Rule was singing on every record. He was going crazy, and he was getting so mad that 50 was killing him. He stopped making them hit records. He stopped doing records with J-Lo and all these people he's doing records with. He'd start going on some gangster shit. And I know that's where you fucked up at, because at the time 50 Cent and Junior was so hot, you couldn't fuck with him. He had niggas wearing these funny ass tank tops and fucking Reebok sneakers that was ugly. He couldn't do no wrong back in the day. So you gotta leave that nigga. You got that's like right now. Can't nobody diss Drake. Drake is the hottest nigga in the game. You can't diss Drake right now. You can't. Everybody gonna go against you. You can't diss him.
Yeah. So let me ask you a quick question, right? When you said Jim wanted to get on the song, how long the song was out when he wanted to get on it?
Well, like I said, I was running around the clubs for like a good 2 months. So I was running around the clubs, getting the shit working. I had a relationship with all the DJs, so I was just going to the clubs, getting them to play it. After a while, see, that was the formula back in the days. If you wanted your record broken, you went to the club, you stood in the DJ booth, you made sure the DJs played in, you hit a few clubs a night until after a while people start requesting a record. Now New York is so different. There ain't no clubs here no more. It's only strip clubs. Like you might get 1 or 2 good parties a month. If that. Now. Back in the days, if you I don't go as far back as y'all. Like y'all had all the good clubs back in the days. Like I came like when 28 was popping, when you had like Mansion, Pink Elephant, and Spirit, and so it's like so you had all the clubs on one block. So and on one night I can go to 5 different clubs and I ain't even have to move my car. I could just walk to next door to next door, and I can get and that's how I got my record moving. So the record was out for maybe 2 months. It was on the radio for like a month, and then it was crazy because DJ Enough was playing it every single day, and he kept calling me. He was like, "What you gonna do with this?" That same day he called me, that's when Akon called me, and that's when Jim and them called me, and it was just shit just happened mad fast.
That's the same thing like Drake trying Block Boy, Look a Lot. That's not Drake's song. So people don't realize that that song was popping already, and he got on it. So it's something similar like you.
100%. But that's what the game is about. That's how. You got about 5 or 6 people that have been around for 20 years. You got Diddy, you got Jay, you got Snoop, you got Fat Joe, and you got like Busta Rhymes. These people have been around for almost since
still relevant.
Since like 90. These people been around almost 30 years. Now how do they? So how do you stay relevant in the game? You fuck with the young people and you change with the times. And LL not relevant musically anymore like he used to be, but he did it too. Like he changed his style out. LL came on hard, then he was doing music for the bitches, then he went a little hard again, then he spoke with the bitches, then he went to acting. Like Diddy. One week he running around with Rick Ross, then he running around with French, then he running around with Nicki, now he running around with Khaled. He keeps himself attached to whoever's hot. Right. Drake does the same thing. He sits back, he waits till he's about to drop an album, he see what records is bubbling on the radio, then he jumps on the record because when he jumps on a record, it becomes his record, but it also helps the artist because they gonna make sales and be attached to him. So it works for everybody. You keep yourself relevant by fucking with the young people. A lot of these old fucking rappers, they don't fuck with the young niggas, and that's why they have 4 or 5 year careers because they be hating. You know what I'm saying? When you fuck with the youth and you keep yourself attached to them, you help yourself and you help them. You know, so you being a little selfish in a way, but you still helping them.
You staying relevant.
They staying relevant. Yeah. I mean, it's like your support.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna ride with you.
Yeah, 100%.
It help you boost your thing, but it's gonna keep me in limelight.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah. So what you got coming up now?
So last season I filmed like a few episodes of Love and Hip Hop. I just did another deal with them to do a whole season this year. I'm working on a TV show called Lit City. I'm executive producer with Justin Combs.
Great.
Me and this kid named me and this guy named Kevin Childs. We're working on a Netflix series called Soul Not Told. What else I'm working on? I just put a new record out with called Cherry Lounge featuring Fat Man Scoop, Ron Browse, and Young B. Well, Bianca. We just put it out last week. We just shot the video for it. The video is actually out right now. Check it out. It's called Cherry Lounge. And that's pretty much it. I'm just grinding, trying to make it happen.
You callers need to call in, man.
D got me on his podcast.
You callers
he got me on his
call in.
He got me on his web series and all that. I hope I don't get killed.
Hey, so if people want if they want to locate you, how can they find you, bro? But what's your social media? What's going on?
The real website, TheRealWebster on everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tinder. I just say blackpeoplemeet.com. You just look me up
on the DM.
Oh, let me just tell you something. I actually support internet dating. I heard the interview earlier I was doing it. I was kind of against it, and that shit broke. That shit broke.
We just never did it.
That shit broke my heart.
I have bad experiences. I do.
I meet girls on Instagram every day, and I love it. I was just in a 9-year relationship. I just got out of. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm living. I'm trying to just enjoy myself a little bit, but. You know, you got to be careful doing that, but I don't really think there's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's just like meeting somebody in a club. You don't know if they crazy there either.
But it's different than doing the Instagram thing and following them and doing the Tinder, because at least with Instagram or Facebook, you can follow these people.
Yeah.
See, with the Tinder,
I never been on Tinder. I never been.
Swipe left, swipe right, and say so. It's different.
Yeah. I never been on. Nah. I never been on an actual dating site, but it's like Instagram has become a dating site because you see somebody you like, and you go out. And most of the time, when you meet somebody in the club, that's how you exchange numbers now. You just give each other, like once you got somebody on Instagram and they follow you, following them, that's just like having a number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. But see the difference between, before we get to the next guest, the difference between Instagram and Black People Meet. Mm-hmm. Black People Meet is a business. They making money. Yeah. Instagram ain't making no money.
You know you fine.
Ain't no money.
A couple of dollars on Instagram.
I'm not saying you can't. I know he's saying the business of Black People Meet. The business of online dating is they get money. That DM and all that Facebook, ain't nobody getting no money. Just fame. Just fame. But Web, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, man.
I definitely appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate you coming, man.
After I start filming, I want to come back up and.
Absolutely. We definitely have you back.
I had a good time.
Yes, sir.